Have you ever wondered about the trope of black men dressing as women in movies and television? Like Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Chris Tucker, and Wesley Snipes? A lot of big-name celebrities, actors, and comedians have participated in this fad without telling the rest of us what the meaning behind it is or why they do it. But actor Terrence Howard has brought some information about black actors dressing as women to light.
You can't take the vertebrae out of your back just to fit inside of someone's ceiling. You have to stand up full and proud, stand up erect.
There are a lot of people that think the entertainment industry has a hidden agenda that pushes the narrative that black men are effeminate and weak, which is why they put dresses on them. Even Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle have said that no black male actor can really get ahead in the industry without putting on a dress. What's up with making black men wear dresses? Is it just for fun, or is there a conspiracy at play here? And what did Terrence Howard have to say about it? Well, he basically said that if you want to make it in the industry as a black man, you have to be soft and effeminate, and that strong black men are seen as threats. Terrence Howard is a big name in the industry with major credits to his name, like Iron Man and Empire. But he's long been a controversial figure. In 2001, he was arrested for several different charges, like harassment and stalking, simple assault and terroristic threats stemming from an incident with his estranged wife, Lori McComas, with whom he'd had 3 kids. The two got in an argument over the phone, and he told her, "Don't disrespect me by hanging up on me or I'll come over and hurt you." Well, when Lori hung up on him, he came over and made good on his threat. She immediately called 911, and he came over and kicked in the door and punched her twice. When the cops got there and asked him what happened, he was honest and said, "I broke the door down and hit my wife." He eventually pleaded down to disorderly conduct in 2002. In 2011, his ex-wife, Michelle Gent, filed a restraining order against Howard and described in detail a terrifying story about a violent encounter with him in July at a vacation rental home. She said he had sucker punched her in her face, grabbed her by the neck, threw her against a mirror in the home, and even tried to choke her 3 times. She even had pictures with a pretty gruesome black eye. She said she pepper sprayed him when he started looking over at what she said was the space next to the bed where he keeps 2 curved knives about 4 to 6 inches in length. She said he knocked her on the ground. While I was on the ground, Howard kicked me repeatedly in the head and shoulders with strong blows. I knew I had to get away from Howard, or he would try to kill me. What caused the fight? She says that it started because she told him that her reconciliation efforts weren't working and she wanted to stay split up. Howard denies these accusations, but a stay-away order was issued. Then later, he admitted that he'd gotten physical with her in a Rolling Stones interview in 2015. He said, "She was talking to me real strong, and I lost my mind and slapped her in front of the kids." Her lawyer said it was a closed fist, but even slapping her was wrong. But these domestic dispute charges and allegations didn't seem to affect his acting career. Not only has he starred on Empire, he's also been in a number of big screen roles. But even though he's been lucky enough that all of his legal woes haven't completely destroyed his career, he's still got issues with the inner workings of Hollywood. He recently spoke up about the industry and said that Hollywood elites go out of their way to emasculate black men, and claims that more effeminate men are more successful. Of course, Terrence isn't the first black actor to come out with these allegations. In fact, Dave Chappelle pioneered this movement, talking about black actors and comedians being forced to wear dresses to succeed in the industry. Once he got into a tiff with Comedy Central. He made a 2006 appearance on Oprah, and he disclosed the reason he rejected a $50 million deal and then took off to Africa. He said he'd once been asked to wear a dress in a movie with Martin Lawrence, and that's when he started reconsidering the industry.
Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And what? A prostitute?
Not only did he tell the producers that he wasn't comfortable with wearing a dress, he felt like it was unwarranted for that particular scene. Then the producers went and got the director to talk to him, and apparently they all ganged up on him and tried to make it seem like he was being difficult.
That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it. I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. Oh, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. Huh. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then, wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh gosh, it's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers come on, David would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comments that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they be putting us in these?
The producers finally gave up when they discovered that Dave wasn't going to give in to their peer pressure. Apparently, they had already had a plan for that outcome because they'd had an alternative script written.
It was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing the dress, I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine, think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta.
Someone asked Kevin Hart in an interview to react to Dave's claims, and Kevin's stance was an echo that you have to stand your ground in the industry and that he wouldn't do anything that'd hurt his image.
Another great comedian said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts, and is that something that, you know, you wouldn't do, you know, for
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so, you know, I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show this morning.
You look good
no
doing
to that. Not that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. You know, at the end of the day, you got to know that you're a brand.
Yeah.
I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, you know, protecting my brand is.
Surprisingly though, Kevin Hart did actually don the dress for an SNL skit.
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavenshane.
A lot of fans and critics say that he'd sold out doing that skit because shortly after that, Hart's career blew up. At the same time, Cat Williams was in Scary Movie 5, and when promoting the movie, he was asked about the controversy surrounding Kevin.
This is something that's been going on in Hollywood for years.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
While some people think that the dress is just an off-the-wall conspiracy theory, but there are a lot of people who are quick to point out the long list of black actors and comedians who have been depicted in dresses. They bring up Big Mama's House, The Nutty Professor, Norbit, and White Chicks. In recent years, A$AP Rocky and Jonathan Majors are pointed out as being effeminate and pushing the agenda. A$AP did this Vogue photo with Rihanna and their son, and people are saying that he's made to look submissive in it. That might be because he's in the background behind Rihanna, holding the child on his hip and giving him a kiss, being affectionate. Jonathan Majors' cover photo on Ebony magazine raised some concerns too. This caused an outcry from fans who found the picture emasculating. But there are a lot of people who just adore these cover pictures and praise the men for getting in touch with their feminine sides. They called Russell Wilson a square for being a good husband and father. They call A$AP Rocky showing love to his family. Now Jonathan Majors ain't man enough because he sat on a pink couch. Meanwhile, the one saying all this would switch places in a heartbeat. Don't put your issues on this man. He's very secure in who he is. Between this cover and Rihanna's Vogue cover, a lot of people are putting their feelings on something that isn't there. But Terrence very much disagrees. In an interview, he denied rumors that he wasn't on Iron Man 2 because he's difficult to work with, and he has a hot temper. He said that he was acting like a man should behave and that his temper isn't the problem. My daddy taught me, never take the vertebrae out of your back or the base out of your throat. I ain't raising sheep. I raised men. Stay a man. But being a man comes with a curse because it's not a society made for men to flourish anymore. Everything is androgynous, you know? The more successful men now are the effeminate. Then he said this in an interview with Revolt. The man has been demonized. The strength and character and faults that come with a man are necessary for balance. With the new formula, most men are made to be effeminate and not have their power or sense of strength. They allow white men to be able to be strong, but when it's black men, it's seen as a threat. I don't want to remove a few chromosomes to fit in someone's story, so I feel the need to expand their stories to allow men to be men and simultaneously appreciate a woman's beauty. The internet had a lot to say about his words, of course. Some people support his comments and praise him for sticking up for black men, but then there are others who are saying that his repeated domestic violence incidents are reason enough for him to stay quiet on the subject of healthy masculinity. Hollyweird been pushing that black male emasculation real hard now. Big shout out to Terrence for being a real one. It's not all about the back, it's about the respect and integrity. Not too many, if any, left like him anymore. Keep standing 10 toes down, bro. I'm always bothered by seeing someone like Terrence Howard, a known and admitted abuser, so casually mentioned in the media. We're demonstrating that a man can slap her in front of the kids, his words, and still perform on our screens. Just another one of TV's hot dads. Hashtag time's up. Both are pretty good points. How do you feel about this? Are black men being emasculated in the industry? And how do you feel about Terrence Howard speaking out about it with his record of DV? Let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next video.